Well, hot dogs for breakfast? Why not? Although for us, it's lunchtime already. Next, Ed's going to show us the best of this Chicago classic. He's going to talk with two guys who really know what should and shouldn't go on a hot dog hunt. Mouthful full, yeah. We'll check with him coming up.
Come on.
And tonight's primetime lineup on CBS2 starts with NCIS at 7. The Mentalist follows at 8 o'clock. As we mentioned at 9, that 48-hour special, Michael Jackson picking up the pieces. And it's all followed by the CBS2 News at 10.
Beautiful morning out there, 6:13 in the morning. I've had my first hot dog of the day. I'm fine now. Never put ketchup on a hot dog. You know that. Bob Schwartz is here. We're going to talk about his book and about hot dogs in Chicago. Kind of synonymous, right? Hot dogs in Chicago. And I've got a lot of questions about hot dogs in Chicago. We're going to talk about that in a little bit. It's a chilly morning. And July is National Hot Dog Month in Chicago. There's one important rule. That rule is never, ever, don't you ever put ketchup on a hot dog. Okay, if you're a little kid, we might make an exception. We have a guy who wrote the book on it called Never Put Ketchup on a Hot Dog, and you'll meet him in just a minute here. But first, let's take a bite out of some of his favorite digs for dogs. If you really want the all-American food, you gotta go hot dog. Don't even think of ordering ketchup at Gene and Jude's in River Grove. It's no frills here, but presentation is everything. A load of fries practically smothers the dog, and if you say you don't want them, they'll give you a simple answer. Just take them off. Hey, there's Maury and Flory. Yep, the hot dogs atop Superdawg do have names. They've been greeting customers on Chicago's northwest side for more than 60 years. Superdawg is famous for its car hop concept that takes you back in time. And the dogs are dynamite, served with crinkle-cut fries and all the fixins. Pay a visit, and you'll know why Maury and Flory are always smiling. And only in Chicago could you find a hot dog joint called Maury O'Malley's. It's the pride of Bridgeport, just a nibble away from the home of the White Sox. As for ketchup on a hot dog, the owners will tell you with disapproval, that's only for Cubs fans. Fun place. Bob Schwartz is here. He wrote the book, Never Put Ketchup on a Hot Dog. And Manoli, and I have to look at your name, Alpagianis. I got it right. There we go. Who's from America's Dog, where they have hot dogs from across the country. But I'm thrown by what you just told me. They have the only stand of those three I haven't been at is the one by Sox Park.
O'Malley's.
And what's it say at Maury O'Malley's?
Well, Maury O'Malley's, you got to get a hot dog and they'll put anything you want on it. But there is a can of ketchup with a label on there that says, "Let Cubs eat ketchup."
There you go. You never put ketchup on a hot dog. Now, I hear that you don't put ketchup on a hot dog because, in part because it tastes too much like a hot dog. It's kind of salty like a hot dog, and it's just not a good combination.
Well, it's a little too sweet and a little too acidic. And when you blend it with the other ingredients, especially to make that Chicago-style banquet on a bun, if you will, it loses its edge and takes away from the other condiments.
Now, Manoli, at America's Dog, you did all kinds of different dogs. Now, here in Chicago, I grew up on a simple hot dog, which was mustard, relish, onion, and sport peppers, and that's it. I mean, none of this other garden on a bun stuff we'll talk about in a second. But in other parts of the country, they have some strange toppings. Tell me one of the strangest you guys sell. You have 18 different kinds.
We have 18 different city dogs. One of the most unique dogs we have is a Tucson dog. So in Tucson, we went into a hot dog stand and had chorizo and melted cheese, a little bit of onions, and then fried tortilla strips on the hot dog, which is a wild combination, but really it tastes great.
That sounds great. That sounds wonderful. Now, you got to tell me, Bob, never put ketchup on a hot dog. I know that. Go to Jimmy's Hot Dogs at Grand Avenue there in Pulaski, and they wear shirts with the line through the ketchup bottle.
Right.
Okay? And that's the hot dog I grew up on, Jimmy's Hot Dogs. But mustard, relish, onion, sport pepper, and that's all you'd have. I wasn't in college here in Chicago till I knew about hot dogs like this that have like tomatoes and pickles on top and all this. Tell me the difference here.
Well, they existed actually during the Depression. It was the banquet on a bun, places like Fluky's that began in 1929 and during the Depression kind of offered more condiments than that. Eventually, they was streamlined, and in order to be more efficient and the things that people wanted, pickles have been added since, and obviously even many restaurants use the nuclear green relish because it gives an interesting color profile to many
So the
folks.
simple hot dogs start off like I grew up on, and then they added all this other stuff. Great book, by the way. It covers all different hot dog stands and the history of hot dogs in Chicago. Never put ketchup on a hot dog. Manoli, thank you for being with us from America's Dogs. And Bob, thank you. Wonderful book.
Thank you very much.
Back to you guys. And Bob will be speaking, by the way, at Indian Trails Library in Wheeling next Thursday at 7 p.m. You can also find more information at CBS2Chicago.com. Click on Morning News, and I got a thing or two to say about hot dogs. Roseanne?
Okay.
Man, and it just
They
smells
you don't
awesome
need to,
in
you
here.
can leave that
You can
mess
leave all
there.
that
You
right
don't
over
have
there.
to take it away.
We'll clean it up.